Hello again. Well, I'm so excited that you're joining us for the second day of Lessons Learned at Jesus' Feet. Well, like I said, Mary and Martha, two totally different people. Just like all of us, we're different. Martha was so intrigued with all of the details. She had to get all of the details done. And she was very focused on serving the Lord in a natural way, where Mary was just going to soak everything that she could from him, kind of like a sponge. Well, that's what God wants us to be. Jesus said, Martha, Martha, you are so concerned and anxious about so many things. Mary has chosen that good thing that will not be taken away from her. So I want you to think about that. I want that good thing, and I know you do too, that will not be taken away from you. And that's those lessons that you learn at Jesus' feet. So another lesson, I could spend weeks and weeks and weeks, probably years and years and years, talking about all of the lessons that I've learned from Jesus and just sitting and soaking in his presence. Well, another thing that I learned was to be still and know. And at the point that I learned this word, I had just found out that we were pregnant, our fifth pregnancy, third viable pregnancy, and I found out on a Thursday, and on Friday I began having doubled over pain. Well, I contacted my gynecologist and she told me to come in. I went in and she said, I think you're pregnant in the tubes. We're going to do immediate surgery and we'll get the baby out. It'll be over, you'll be fine. And I knew that on Wednesday, God had said, you are pregnant and you're going to have a little girl and her name is going to be Sarah Nicole. And that just didn't resonate with me when the doctor said, we're going to get, actually I said baby, she said tissue. We're going to get the tissue out, you'll be fine. But I knew that God had said I would have a little girl and her name would be Sarah Nicole. So I went in and I was in the room where they're prepping me for surgery and I was all by myself. And I was only 9 months into the things of God, just born again. I was a new baby Christian. And I hear inside of my heart, be still and know that I am God. And I'm laying there, and it was one of those things that you just knew that you heard. And I heard again, be still and know that I am God. A third time, he said, be still and know that I am God. I was such a brand new Christian, I didn't even know that that was in the Bible. So they come and they take me into the room for the operation, and my doctor was an Indian doctor, amazing doctor. She leans over me, and the last thing I hear before they put me to sleep is, we're going to believe God for this baby. That was so amazing for me to hear. When I woke up, the doctor wasn't there, and I had no idea. Was I still pregnant or wasn't I? My husband was there, but nobody had spoken to him, so we didn't know. Well, the doctor called me on the phone in the recovery room and said the baby was not in the fallopian tubes. You are still pregnant. I can't tell you how that impacted my life and how there have been other critical moments that have come up in my life. And I just know that I can be still. And I can know that God is God. Everything else can be falling apart around you. But God is God. I have a 21-year-old daughter now named Sarah Nicole. Exactly what God said. If you're going through something today and it seems like you got to work it out, your mind is going crazy, I want you to be still and know that God is God and He is faithful and He is worthy to be trusted. He will keep His word to you, and His promises are so good for you. His plans are so good for you. He loves you so much. Know that we love you, that we are praying for you. Please continue. Send us in your prayer requests, your comments, your concerns. Let's stay connected to each other and to the vine.